Danke perché conosco televidente, contento com você como vai ter cor, se great, no? Shashinduska e timbo cabeça dry ainda, vou botar busca cos para vai shashinduska, não tá nada, it's all good, it's all good. No momento aqui maneira me indicar para mim que pausa, nós vai conversar com três pessoas que tá fazendo coisas maravilhosas para diferentes pessoas around mundo. Nanta din lago nos bisa me gusta se llame un movimento, é um movimento de wellness, well-being, wak que ko bota come, anto cultura é coisa natural e si abo uma pessoa mais saudável. Anto atrobe escoca tadibo, pero bom mister ting e informação para bo hasi escoco para boa saúde. Bom mister tumarienda de ekabay uyama boa saúde. Anto nós vai conversar com três pessoas, três expertos de diferente terreno. A mim vai conversar com Robert Scott Bell, é um homeopathic practitioner and radio host, entre outros, among other things. Pessoa ele nakita si diferente coisas. Nós tem também a Dr. Sunil Pai, ita si integrative medicine, ito integrative medicine expert, atrobe, among other things, so nanta super well-rounded, tanto tem expertise mais especial. E por último, nós tínhamos a senhora Maureen Sutton, ito licensed massage therapist, entre outros, so ita si yoga, ita si diferente coisas. Anto tiki-tiki, nós vai pick their brains, anto sa, ta kiko, nanta hasi, anto kung nanta ayudando diferente persona around mundo. Good morning, thank you for allowing me to do that introduction very quickly and paviamento. And welcome to Curacao and welcome to the New Day Show.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you guys. I'm just going to give us run off a question just so we can get things started. There was a beautiful event over the weekend at the Santa Barbara Resort. How did that go? Let me start with you. You're sitting in the middle.
It was fantastic. In fact, it was probably, it came out better than we expected. To have the health minister, the tourism board, we had about 40 people show up, and it was just the excitement and the energy and the synergistic belief system of helping and make Curacao the wellness island is amazing.
Yes, and when I saw that, I was like, ooh, wow. That's another possibility that we never thought about. So we're like sort of killing two birds with one stone, no? Working on someone's health, helping them get healthy and change. It's like a lifestyle change, right? You know, once you decide to do that.
And it was really nice because the minister and everybody's enthusiasm was to help the people of Curacao have wellness first, and then make it the wellness destination for the world.
Fantastic! I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me start with you, Robert, because you're sitting the closest next to me. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself. You're a homeopathic practitioner and radio host. Tell me what's that all about, and how do you incorporate that into your day-to-day?
Well, I was raised pharmaceutically. Okay. We understand that the drugs are pervasive around the planet right now, and it's become the dominant paradigm for health. Unfortunately, it's disease creation and disease management. There's nobody on planet Earth, there's nobody in Curacao that has a drug deficiency disease. What we're dealing with are deficiencies of vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, whole organic food, vegetarian fare, the kind of food that sustains life. And what I had to learn in my young life, being raised on medicine, that I needed to eat better, and I needed to clean my body, help my liver to do its job. And then when I was able to get well from the many ailments and diseases I suffered from as a child, I had to speak out. And I ended up in radio, telling the world, telling all of my friends and family in America, and then traveling around the world to find places that honored and preserved those traditions and bring them back out. And so introducing us to Curacao and the history of the cure of the soul concept, our friend Rudolph DeWitt, who of course many people know here, invited us in the tourism ministry, and then we got to meet the health minister, Susie. She's terrific, really committed to bringing about genuine health and genuine wellness, and this could be a destination on planet Earth because not many governments support this kind of investment in the real health as opposed to supporting drug therapies for which are poisoning. In fact, Dr. Pai and I were talking to the group yesterday, and he acknowledged, as we know, that drugs are the leading cause of death in America, side effects from drugs, more than heart disease, more than cancer. So while there is a place for medicine, there is a much bigger place for things like herbs and supplements and homeopathy. and we can integrate that and transform the health of a people of an island, we can be an example for the world to come visit and learn as well.
Yes, definitely. Very well said. Now I'm going to go straight to you, Dr. Pai. In my introduction, I said, you know, someone's health should also be their choice, no? Which a choice of how they choose to heal themselves, how they choose to change their lifestyle to be healthier. Robert mentioned, you know, the medicines and why is it that people don't realize that it should be the obvious choice, you know, not to pop a pill to get a cure and, you know, try to change your lifestyle. Why is it so difficult for people to realize the obvious and knowing that as a person you do have a choice?
Well, I think they've lost that inner decision, and that's through marketing, through the corporate advertising, it's the branding, and unfortunately, America has exported around the world what we call the standard American diet, or the SAD diet for short. And so the fast food, the convenience, the processed, the chemicals, we're missing the live food. So we're trying to teach people to go back as an integrative medicine expert and physician, and one of the first formally trained in the United States 17 years ago. We like to look at how to get back to the roots.
Yes.
How to go back to indigenous medicines. We use a lot of Ayurvedic medicine in our clinic. There's a lot of local medicines here in Curacao. There's a lot of local herbs. We have to go back to what your grandmother and your great-grandmother taught you. And actually, if we look at those populations, they were much healthier. Even though they didn't have modern medicine, they were much healthier than they are now.
Yes.
And so the goal is to look at getting the body's innate ability to heal and supporting that.
Is it easy to turn it back? Because Robert, you mentioned that you as a youngster, you had to, after a while, you had to sort of wean yourself off of this.
Oh, yeah.
Is it easy? Is it something that can be done, doctor?
Absolutely, and the idea is I think most people are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, and there's costs and side effects. So as an integrative physician, we use conventional medicine for the acute care, car accident, break a bone or something like that. But for everything outside the emergency room, the natural therapies predominantly do better. And they're much safer, and they're actually more cost-effective. And we're always looking at those three things: safe, effectiveness, and also cost-effectiveness.
Now, cost-effective for who, doctor? Because the pharmaceuticals, they're sometimes they can get very upset with this way of living, this new lifestyle change that is coming into its own more and more over the years.
Right. And we believe that's a health freedom that we're talking about, and it's and something that everybody's innate has the ability to say, I can heal myself with the choices, and we're here to help that freedom.
Yeah.
Now, over the years, studying this, because as you mentioned, 17 years of in this field, when was your sort of aha moment? Robert told us about his aha moment. When was your wow, this is something that I really need to explore more and get out there? When was it for you?
That was early in my childhood. I had an acute issue of having a peanut allergy. I was very sensitive, life-threatening issues with some foods, but I also had a chronic issue like eczema. And that wasn't healed until about 35 years later, and that was through diet. And so once we understand that there's different aspects of inflammation, and I wrote a book called An Inflammation Nation, right? And this is the definitive guide to help with 10 steps that we use in our practice to successfully help prevent, reverse, and treat all diseases through natural therapies. And if people follow what's in the book, about 80 to 90% will be reversed. Then the rest you might need a healthcare provider to help kind of guide if you've been on chronic medicines, how to wean from that. But the goal is to look at how to change the whole lifestyle. And it's a challenge because it takes a while.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Then things don't happen overnight.
Right.
But the idea is then once you're free from the illness, then you're not a slave to going back and getting medicines and going to the prescriptions. And in America, it's about insurance and payments. And so most people spend most of their money on health insurance and health costs. And we're trying to make everything, again, low cost and very effective.
Okay, no, fantastic. Televidente, non sto conversando con un par di esperto ribe e parti di alternative living, come può cambia alternative health, healthy lifestyle, kung nantambe a cambia ng estilo di biba, ng estilo di pensa ribe assunto e di tuma e escoco pa bo timbo salu Dengo mesma, mas claro me está balança a maneira Dr. Pai explica, pero é possível, a maneira explica den subuki an inflammation nation, botambe por raia e informação que 10 passos, nós podemos buscar para lo que trata boa saúde. Agora que nós trabalhamos com única senhora que estava junto conosco, nós temos senhora Maureen Sutton, que é licensed massage therapist, entre outros. Pues a senhora Maureen aqui tem diferentes aspectos de healthy living, healthy lifestyle aqui também. E tem Miss Maureen Sutton, tell us a little bit about yourself. I read your information, and it's yoga, it's breathing, it's connecting with your inner self. How did you get into this, and when was your aha moment that this is something that I really can't keep to myself or just my group of friends? I really need to share this with the world, particularly Curacao.
Well, my aha moment came at 12 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been on this wellness path for a very long time. And I started off with yoga and diet and meditation and breathing. And my first jobs were in health food stores, so health foods were really important in my life, eating organic foods. And I met Dr. Pai, and we decided to put together a health and lifestyle center in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we've been running for 10 years now, very successful. And we decided that we would take our food as medicine program out into the world. And we met Rudolph DeWitt.
He's a cool guy, right?
He's a very cool guy, yeah. And he said, well, why don't you come to Curacao and do a program here? So we thought, let's go and explore. So we're on an exploratory mission, and we're so surprised because all of the people that we've met so far are really on the same path. So.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned Maureen, 12 years old, and there's an ongoing discussion that children do as they see. How do you encourage parents? Because some parents, they're really strict on what their kids can eat, the sugar thing, etc., etc. How do you encourage parents out there that are watching? Because many of you mentioned either something that was up with you guys as a youngster, and your moment, you realize that no, this is it makes me feel good. How do you encourage parents to be able to encourage their kids? The fast food, it's not something to be done every day or every week or whatever, but look into eating your greens, eating your vegetables, eating the lettuce, eating the carrots. What are the tips? Because there's so many food distractions out there for kids, among other things.
Yeah.
How do you, as a parent, how do you keep it together with your kids for them to eat healthy?
Well, it starts with you. You're the example, and buying the right things, bringing the right things into the home in the first place.
Yeah.
Is the most important thing. And, a lot of parents don't know how to cook anymore. They forgot how to cook.
Right.
So true.
I was like, really? And so, they go out to restaurants and get fast food because we live a fast-paced life. And so one of the things that I like to do is teach them how to cook again. And, simple things, easy things. If you're on the run and you've got a lot of things to do, there's really easy ways to cook things that are healthy and delicious for the whole family.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love to cook. 'Cause, if you love to eat, you gotta.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta get in there.
I love to eat.
Or something else.
Yeah, okay. Now I have 2 minutes. I'm gonna let each and every one of you give some final words for Curacao and some food for thought.
Yes, please. I am very moved by your health minister and your government's openness to the concept of the freedom to heal, the freedom to access natural health care. This is quite extraordinary. I've been all over the world speaking at medical conferences, meeting with government officials. I've never before seen the sincerity and the commitment to wellness of a whole nation. And this could be a shining light for the world to see, and people will come to Curacao not because it's beautiful and it's a wonderful weather, but because the people are so healthy and vital, and they'll have access to hopefully more homegrown food. I want to see more growing on the island. Everybody should have a garden. We should go more organic, kick the pesticides out as much as possible, and we'll see a revolution that could ignite the rest of the Caribbean and the world, perhaps. So a spotlight can be a very special thing when we recognize and embrace the freedom to heal. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Let me go ladies first. Dr. Pai and Maureen.
Well, we're talking about food, but also it's really important to get back out there and start moving. And it can be as simple as 20-minute walk in the morning and 20 minutes in the evening. It's, it's simple. And learning how to breathe again, Of course, I teach yoga, so get out there and do some
Yes.
yoga.
And breathing is very, very, very important.
Yeah.
It's something that's so automatic that once you pay attention to it, a whole new world will open for you. Thank you. Dr. Pai.
Yes, I'd just like to thank Curacao for the invitation. Thank you for inviting us here today. And we want to make it happen. We're committed to help this. This has been a dream of ours, but when we came here, the dream is actually becoming a reality.
Glad to
It's
hear
been really
that.
good.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing with us this morning and the important message for all of those viewers that are out there, because sometimes people have a feeling that they know something is not right with them, but they don't know exactly what it is, that sort of feeling. And I hope our little interview this morning will encourage them to go and talk to someone in this field so that they can, get themselves right.
Yes.
Get themselves right, because Curacao needs each and every one that is here to make our nation grow. And if you're not right, mind, body, and soul, and having the healthy lifestyle, it will be a little bit difficult. So thank you for your messages.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Pues, televidente, essa é uma interessante conversação com três expertos, cada arriba ng área específico de parte de cambia o lifestyle, come mais saúde, você kita tiki, forditur e pida remédio ng of mantener a balança de dos mundos ng de medicina aqui, anto ya quizás bota mira, anto cambia, anto sentivo hopi mas mio, hopi mas salu, anto biba ang mas dushi, diba nos dushi isa di Curacao. Permitinos e pausa comercial aqui cortico, paso Carlos Tacla, mas ora também toro din, toro tras di aqui pa isali po de bullpen, pa colmo awet no kora, desbo no que perde su receta di awe, vai mo bing.